Beloved listener, welcome back to the Vibrational Stage. If you joined me for our first episode, you'll remember that we began our journey by exploring how to hold your center and radiate it outward, becoming a beacon of calm and inspiration in your community. That teaching was the foundation. Learning to stabilize yourself in a world that often shakes, pulls, and tugs at your attention, energy, and emotions. But today we're going deeper. Today we ask, what happens when the frequency you carry not only steadies you, but begins to ripple outward into the lives of others, sometimes in ways you may never even witness? This is the natural evolution of vibrational living, moving from inner radiance into outer influence. Segment 1, the power of living frequency. I want you to imagine this. You walk into a crowded room where everyone is stressed, tired, maybe even a little hopeless. You say nothing, you do nothing, you simply arrive, rooted, centered, glowing from the inside out. And without even trying, your presence shifts the entire room. This is not theory, it's a vibrational truth. Every human being is a transmitter and a receiver, and when you strengthen your frequency of love, calm, and centeredness, it becomes louder than fear, louder than chaos, louder than despair. Here's the key teaching today. You are not just influenced by your environment, you are constantly influencing it. Your frequency is your most powerful form of communication. Words may or may not be remembered, but the energy people feel from you becomes a permanent imprint in their hearts. Segment 2, Story from My Journey. Let me take you on a story from my own cancer journey. In the hospital, surrounded by machines, doctors, and the heavy weight of fear in the room, I made the choice. I would not give my energy to fear. I would feed my body love. Even in the darkest hours, I kept repeating within, love heals, fear divides, I choose love. And I'll tell you something extraordinary. Nurses would walk into my room and they'd pause. They'd say things like, it feels peaceful in here, or I don't know what it is, but your room feels different than the others. That was the moment I realized my inner frequency was not just saving me, it was serving others. Your inner radiance becomes a medicine that others don't even know they're receiving. Segment 3, From Inner Work to Outer Ripples. Episode 1 gave us the practice of holding center. Episode 2 expands this into practice of active ripple making. Here's how you can practice this today. First, start your day with a calibration. Before leaving your home, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what frequency do I choose to carry today? Maybe it's calm, maybe it's courage, maybe it's hope. Choose it consciously, like you would choose your clothes. Second, become a silent anchor in chaos. When you notice stress and negativity around you, resist the urge to match it. Instead, silently affirm, I am the calm in this storm. I am the anchor in this moment. Watch as others unconsciously regulate themselves to your steadiness. And 3, send ripples with intention. At least once a day, pick someone, maybe a cashier or a coworker or even a stranger, and silently send them a blessing. No words required. Just let your heart whisper, may you feel peace. May you remember your worth. May you know love today. These ripples travel farther than you realize. Segment 4, Expanding the Vision. Beloved, what we're doing together through the vibrational stage is building a movement of living frequency. Think about this. If one person radiating calm can shift a hospital room, what happens when dozens, hundreds, thousands of us begin radiating hope, love, and centeredness into our communities? That is not just inspiration, that is transformation. That is the birth of a new collective vibration. That is what's meant by becoming a vibrational change agent. So as you leave this episode, I invite you to practice becoming a living frequency of hope. Hold your center, radiate outward. Remember, every room you walk into becomes different because you are in it. This, my friends, is how we begin to heal not only ourselves, but also the world around us. Thank you for joining me on the Vibrational Stage. In our next episode, we'll take this even deeper by exploring how to turn your personal story into a beacon of empowerment for others, because your voice is part of your frequency. Until then, stay centered, stay radiant, and keep lifting the world by the very way you breathe, walk, and love.